More slides of this gold one, because I know you'd like to see some of these beautiful things. Yes?
I was gonna say, let's see if we can pull her together, and then you can stay off after if somebody wants to visit with you, maybe.
That's fine. And I'm sorry I started a little bit late. I'll finish up with just a few images of beautiful things.
Good.
I've given you a sense of what the context is. I would like to invite you to look at these, and if you have other interpretations, by all means, let me know. These objects are ones that we have a very difficult time interpreting. We do not have written records. These come from a time before there was any writing or any explanation. We have some Indian and indigenous stories that have survived, but very, very few. Most of our interpretation of these is based upon comparative analysis, looking at other artwork that helps us to recognize things like crocodile faces, but doesn't explain why this guy's pulling a cord through his mouth. Or why he has breasts as well as male genitalia. We don't really know that. We can guess, we can say, and actually the dual representation of what may be male and female genders together, we know it's those cross-dressers who really know everybody's secrets, right? So the gender swapping is something that also becomes a way of access to information. And it's those people who have the inside gossip, who know that you've got those lady shoes in your closet that you sometimes get out and put on, are the ones who have access to the secrets, who have access to the knowledge and information. And what we're seeing represented here are representations of those individuals for purposes of instilling that mythology, supporting these explanations, and helping society to function, hopefully in a relatively peaceful and organized way. And some of these get to be really spectacular. This one actually has a head and the head and the body and this is in 3 parts, 1, 2, 3, and they all wiggle back and forth. They're all suspended, so
Oh my goodness.
it actually moves back and forth. All done with gloss wax casting.
What's the proportions of gold to copper?
It depends. Typically, it's about 70% gold and 30% copper.
Wow.
Interestingly, when you add gold and copper together, the melting point of both comes down. The melting point of gold-copper alloy is lower than either gold or copper. So you can actually make it easier to work if you combine the two together. In addition to which, there's a layer of interpretive meaning. Gold is associated with brightness, and gold often has a male association. Why? Well, that's what males tend to do. It's ours. The gold sun, that's us. The copper, on the other hand, is red or reddish, and will have a female association, especially with female fertility. Combining the gold with the copper is also something it's interpreted as having a fertility reference. Okay, so a few more of these. I put some other examples of this gold work up. These are some other examples of lost wax cast pieces from that Dikis area.
Wow.
This is a bell in the form of a spider. This is the suspended bell. It actually has a little clapper made of a small ceramic ball, a jaguar pendant, a monkey, creatures, maybe deer heads, it's difficult to say, around a bell. The whole thing is a bell. A deer with a little piece of corn in his mouth. A weird creature that's kind of a combination of maybe a deer and a frog.
And these are all recovered from archaeological sites?
No, these are all looted from destroyed cemeteries, such as Panteón de la Reina. This one I like because the crocodile has gotten the upper hand.
Yeah.
You can see there's a little guy in his mouth being munched on.
Amazing.
But all of these are associated with the same culture that made the stone spheres. And we know this because there were reported looted graves from near there. Here's a view of that river valley near the town of Curay. And I've forgotten what my other slides are, but I think we'll probably finish with that. Why don't you just show the next? Oh, these are some views of a contemporary Indian village where people are still living. Well, I'll finish with that. If anybody has any additional questions, I've thrown out a lot of theories and explanations here. I've showed you some things that you might not have seen before. I've tried to put the stone spheres into a cultural context that is understandable, rather than something that is mysterious and requires any sort of aliens. In fact, what I challenge the people who have come up with the ancient aliens theories to do is to explain all this other stuff. Okay, why were they making lost wax cast gold? Why were they making ceramics if they had access to alien technology? Why the stone spheres? But anyway, this is the humanization of the past, and this is what I do.
Thank you
understand
very
these
much,
ancient
John.
cultures.
Thank you.
I gotta talk to this.